Former FBI Director James Comey pleaded not guilty Wednesday to federal charges demanded by President Donald Trump as part of his crusade for retribution. It was Comey's first appearance in court as a criminal defendant in a case that has roiled the Justice Department and prompted outcry that Trump is weaponizing criminal charges against his enemies. U.S. District Judge Michael McMinoff set a February 5th, 2026 trial date. Comey is facing two felony charges stemming from his testimony to the Senate Judiciary Committee in 2020 when he discussed leading the FBI amid an investigation into ties between Trump's 2016 campaign and Russia. The charges, approved by an Alexandria grand jury, were brought by Lindsay Halligan, Trump's former personal attorney, who was installed at Trump's direction as U.S. Attorney for Eastern Virginia last month after veteran Justice Department lawyers resisted bringing the case. Because there's nothing to bring here. Nachmanoff, a Biden appointee, presided over the 30-minute arraignment. Comey intends to ask the judge to toss the charges on grounds that the former FBI director is being vindictively prosecuted by Trump over a personal grudge stemming from the 2016 probe. Near the outset of the hearing, Comey's defense attorney and longtime friend Patrick Fitzgerald entered the not guilty plea on behalf of his client. After the arraignment, Comey was released on his own recognizance. Comey said in a video released on September 25th, shortly after his indictment, that he expected to be vindicated at a speedy trial. Fitzgerald signaled Wednesday that he plans to file a series of motions seeking to have the case dismissed before it ever reaches a trial. Fitzgerald said he will argue that Halligan acted improperly before the grand jury and that she should be disqualified due to the circumstances of her appointment. Fitzgerald also said he will seek to have the case thrown out as a vindictive and selective prosecution, as well as on the grounds of outrageous government conduct. Keep in mind, Halligan could not get paperwork correct and get things moving in front of Judge Eileen Cannon previously. Halligan has no prosecutorial experience at all. The most work that Halligan has done has been as a White House aide, basically being a positive mouthpiece for Trump and a liaison regarding museums and them not having a woke agenda. And should this case, let's just say it moves on, okay? Trump had removed security clearance, etc., from Comey. For what these charges allege, Trump would have to restore the security clearance so that Comey can wage a proper defense. And also, should this go forward, we would get more in-depth information from court transcripts regarding the Russia situation that Comey's investigation determined was inconclusive. Halligan nodded along with the proceedings, her first ever as a prosecutor in front of a federal judge. Before being named as a U.S. attorney days before Comey was indicted, her legal background was as an insurance lawyer. She tapped two relatively junior prosecutors from North Carolina rather than her office in the Eastern District of Virginia to lead the case. Halligan did not speak during the hearing except to identify herself. One of the prosecutors from North Carolina, Assistant U.S. Attorney Tyler Lemons, did the talking for the government. When the judge posed questions, he often deferred to Fitzgerald to speak first. I keep telling y'all, this administration is removing the best of the best, which is good for the people. Both sides made clear during the hearing that they have had few discussions about the case. The first substantive conversation I've had with the government was yesterday afternoon, Fitzgerald said. It also became clear that there is likely to be contention over the government's obligation to turn over all information in its possession that could be useful to Comey's defense. Fitzgerald said he's still in the dark about the identities of two people who are referred to in the indictment by pseudonyms. We haven't had a single piece of paper disclosed to the defense. We still don't know who person 1 or person 3 is, the defense attorney said. Lemons, who officially joined the case just Tuesday, was candid that he isn't fully up to speed on what information will have to be handed over in discovery. Child. We're just getting our hands around the discovery as well. There's a large amount of discovery, Lemon said, including a significant amount of classified information. So we're just doing things all out of order, all out of whack. While the volume of records gathered and created in a series of investigations related to Comey's alleged misstatements could be enormous, Nachmanoff said he saw no reason that process should delay a trial. I'm a little skeptical of that, he replied to Lemons. This does not appear to be an overly complicated case. Right. You're saying that essentially Comey lied when he testified before Congress. If that's the case, you have the footage, you have documentation to prove that he lied. That should have already been lined up before seeking the indictment. But that just logically makes sense to me. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts in the comments.